When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, like Aloe or Allbirds, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and great marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling, and for shoppers, buying, simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does online business better than Shopify. It's home of Shop Pay, the #1 checkout in the world. You can use it to boost conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going through to checkout. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/income, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/income to upgrade your selling today. That's shopify.com/income.
This is The Planted Runner. I'm Coach Claire Bartholic. One of the most common compliments I get for this show is what I share at the end of every episode. I call this the Mental Strength Minute, where you can fortify your mind in 60 seconds or less. Whether you've been running a week or for years, you know that your mindset is just as important as your physical training. Yet so few runners actually take the time to intentionally train their minds. This is a passion of mine, and today I'm going to do my third collection of my favorite mental strength minutes so far. This episode is all about the imagination games you can play while you are running, because when we play, we keep the brain happy. Ready? Let's go. Welcome to The Planted Runner. I'm Coach Claire Bartholic, and my mission is to help you improve your running, your mindset, and your life with science-backed training and plant-based nutrition. On today's show, I'm going over 10 imagination mind games that can almost instantly turn a tough run into a much easier one. You'll learn breathing games that can change your focus, games using the other runners around you, and a few more of my favorites. As always, you should know that listening to this once is probably not going to be enough to change your running immediately. Just like running workouts build your legs when you do them consistently, your mental work is something you'll also need to practice repeatedly to get results. And some of these will resonate with you immediately, while others just won't be for you. Take what works and leave the rest. If you're ready to take your mind to the next level for your next race, I've got you covered too. With my new Find Your Flow State audio training series. I'll talk about it more later, but if you're ready to go right now, head to theplantedrunner.com/flowstate to learn more. And now it's time for 10 imagination games that you can use when running gets tough in no particular order. Number 1 is collecting hope. When we accomplish tasks or check boxes, we feel good. This is why video games are so addictive. And when we feel good, it can actually give us hope and motivation to keep going. So create hope-building tasks to collect in a race that have nothing to do with performance. In a race, it could be thanking every volunteer that hands you a cup of water, or saying good job to anyone that passes you or that you pass. On a run in your neighborhood, maybe you get a point for every dog that you pass, or every time you smile at a pedestrian. Collecting these feel-good points as often as you can might not always make you run faster, but it can certainly make the run a lot more enjoyable. Number 2, look for what doesn't hurt. During a tough race or workout, you will eventually come to the point where it feels like everything hurts. Your knees, your calves, your quads, your lungs, they're all begging you to stop the madness and just quit. It can be tempting to give in. So imagine what doesn't hurt. Do your earlobes hurt? Does your pinky finger hurt? How about your eyebrows? Make a mental list of all the body parts that are doing great and are pain-free, and focus in on those. It's an excellent distraction technique that flips the script in your head from the negative to the positive. Give thanks for your happy pinky and earlobe, and remind yourself that the effort is worth it. Number 3, focus on the exhale. In meditation, we often focus on the breath to quiet our minds from distractions. In running, you can practice this as well. When running hard, you might have a breathing pattern of 2 steps inhale, 1 step exhale, or the reverse. Try focusing on a deeper inhale and a faster, more powerful exhale. It sounds like this. Imagine you're completely filling your lungs deeply with oxygen and you're powerfully expelling the waste. Speed comes in, slow moves out. There is nothing inherently magical about this breathing pattern other than getting you into a nice rhythm for fast running. What's the most powerful is the change of focus, which will change the negative thoughts. Number 4, amnesia every mile. In long-distance racing, you're typically holding back your effort for most of the race. The end is where the racing really starts, when your legs are already tired. But if you focus on how long you've just run, the will to speed up even more will get harder and harder. A good mind trick is to have amnesia each mile. In a 5K, for example, once you get past mile 1, forget about it and start the second mile imagining you're just as fresh as the first. After the second mile, pretend you're in a 1-mile race and you're just at the beginning. When we forget about how hard we've just worked and simply focus on the mile that we're in, the race becomes more manageable and our goals become more achievable. Number 5, you are a puppet. This is a visualization exercise for when you're getting tired at the end of a long run or a race. Imagine that you are a marionette. Your strings have gotten a little saggy and you're feeling a little floppy. When you notice this, wake up the puppeteer. He will pull his puppet, you, up straight and tall from the top of your head. You need no extra energy to do this because the puppeteer is doing all the work. You are running tall and effortlessly. The puppet master has even tied strings to the corners of your mouth and raises them skyward as you run. Be the smiling puppet gliding effortlessly to the finish line. You've just heard 5 of my 10 favorite imagination games to use on the run. Ready for the rest? I'll go over those when we come back. Race day is coming. And with it, the restless nights, the racing thoughts, and the doubts that creep in when everything is on the line. I know that feeling because I've been there too. And the breakthrough for me came when I finally stopped just training my body and started training my mind. That's when I learned how to turn nerves into calm, doubts into focus, and fear into confidence. You can learn to do this too with Find Your Flow State. It's my guided meditation course that I built just for runners, so you can have the mental clarity and focus right when you need it most. To quiet your thoughts the night before, to steady your energy on race morning, to center you before the gun goes off, and to lift you up in those miles when everything feels impossible. The more you listen, the more natural it becomes until stepping onto that starting line feels calm, powerful, and your dreams become inevitable. Go to theplantedrunner.com/flowstate to get started today, because the strongest muscle in the body is the mind. Welcome back to The Planted Runner. I'm Coach Claire Bartholic. We are in the middle of 10 of my favorite imagination games to use on the run when running gets tough. And now, here are the rest. Number 6 is another breathing technique. If you've tried meditation, you know that it can be helpful to focus on your breath. Deep, slow breathing not only relaxes you, but it can be a technique to shift your focus when intrusive thoughts arise. This is absolutely true with your running as well, and it can even provide another effect: increased lung capacity and more oxygen delivery. The next time you're out for a run, whether it's fast or slow, focus on taking full, deep inhales for a few minutes at a time. On a slow run, this can simply be an exercise to build the habit, but on a faster run, this can be a powerful distraction tool. When you're starting to stress out about the high effort, focus on a deep breath that takes at least 2 or 3 steps, then exhale. The shift in focus and the extra oxygen will soon make running easier and more relaxed. Number 7, let yourself be pulled. When you're in a tough race and things are starting to get hard, here's an imagination game that you can play. Look at the person in front of you and imagine they have a rope tied around their waist. The other end of the rope is tied to you. Visualize this stronger runner pulling you gently forward, removing some of the effort from you. The more vividly you can picture this happening, the better it will work. Remember, the mind believes whatever you tell it, and if you tell it that you're being pulled forward, your effort will suddenly feel lighter. Number 8, choose a color each mile. During a race, assign each mile a color, perhaps in rainbow order. Mile 1 is red, so look for red hats, shorts, anything that's red, and count how many you find. Mile 2 is orange, and so on. Each mile, you have a task to do that keeps your mind in the present and not focus on how far you have to run or how tiring it is. This clever imagination game is an excellent distraction technique, and it's especially helpful if your mind tends to worry or get anxious on the run. Number 9, recite the alphabet. When negative thoughts enter your mind during a hard race or a workout, distraction games can help move them out quickly and effectively. A great one is to recite the alphabet as many times as you need to. This works because the alphabet is something that you learned when you were very little, so it's a very easy job for your tired brain to do. It's also completely neutral and non-judgmental, pushing away the negative with an almost mindless task. Whether you recite the alphabet or sing the song in your head, it's an effective little trick that can shift your mindset. And number 10 is to imagine your 80-year-old self. When you're having a tough day or you're in a tough spot in a run, it's completely normal to get down on yourself. When you notice that happening, imagine that your 80-year-old self got a magic wish and could trade places with current you just for this day or this race. How would your feelings shift? My guess is that older you would be thrilled to be you for a day, even if it's one of the bad ones. She would love to be running as well as you are right now, and she'd be grateful for every moment. And you know what? 20-year-old you would probably be just as impressed. You've made it to the end of my 10 favorite imagination games to use while you're running to make everything a little bit easier. There are lots more mental strength topics to go, but first, let me know what you think. Did you find this recap episode helpful? What would you like to hear next? My inbox is always open at claire@theplantedrunner.com. Thank you for listening to The Planted Runner, part of the Evergreen Podcast Network. Don't forget that you can enter to win a free custom training plan for your next race and get featured on the show. Just write an Apple Podcast review and enter at theplantedrunner.com/PRLab. Of course, reviews are the #1 way to boost this show's reach, and it's a great way to tell me what you'd like to hear next because I read every single one. Have a great run today.